Welcome, everybody.
Since we've no place to go,
welcome to December, our holiday extravaganza special webinar.
Man, it doesn't
Look at all these beautiful people screaming
Paul.
in.
And I brought me some.
That sucker's cranked up.
Maybe I should. Is that a little better?
There you
go.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Yeah. First time I've ever done music on a Zoom webinar, so first technical fail of the day. Hopefully got the only technical fail out of the way. Welcome, everyone. We are so excited to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome Alan and Austin and Ben and Bob and Brandon and Brandy and Braden and Bree. There's a lot of B names. Casey and Charlie and David and Emily. Oh my gosh, it just goes on and on. Jim, Carter, good to see you here. Justin Quinn, Karen, hello. Carl, awesome. This is so fantastic.
Wait a minute, how do we get floating hearts? There's floating hearts happening.
Well, there's floating hearts happening. Wow.
That's amazing.
The love is flowing. As always, would love to start with you putting in the chat where you are joining us from. I know there is a ton of people from all over the country, nation, and world, probably. There we go. Everyone can see that. Costa Mesa, Texas, Eugene, Oregon. Hello, Ben. For those that don't know, Ben is actually my dad. So, all right. Let's keep moving. We have a very action-packed day, so we are going to keep this moving along.
How about we dial the music?
Let's turn the music off now. That's a great idea. Yeah, we'll see. All right.
Or dial it back. We can.
No, I think off is perfect. Off is perfect. All right. So this is our wonderful panel, and we're going to be joined by several customers as well later. Thank you, those customers that are joining us. 10 of them, I think, are joining us today to share their years or some wins from their year. So yes, say hello, everybody.
Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
All right.
Happy December.
Yes, it is that time of year. Okay, and next we are going to a message.
Yeah, so I thought what a lovely way to start our webinar today. And this quote was beautiful, so I thought I'd share it, that appreciation can make a day, even change a life. Your willingness to put it into words is all that is necessary. I know our leadership team regularly practices an attitude of gratitude. And Kelsey, maybe you'd like to start us off with some of your thoughts and feelings around that line.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's somewhat shocking to me sometimes when people think like maybe we're going a little too far with telling people that we care, or telling people that we think they're doing a good job, or even just telling people that we're feeling good this morning and things are on the right track for us. And it's so funny because even though I think we had that a little bit programmed in, I have yet to find a situation where truly it's actually too much. People are genuine about it, and not every day is a good day. Let's celebrate the ones that are going great, the ones that we can appreciate. And I feel like that's an attitude and a culture that everyone can benefit from. So in terms of, appreciating and gratitude, I certainly have lots for our team and our clients and some of the amazing people we get to interact with all the time. So thank you all. And I'll pass it on to Paul.
Thanks, buddy. That was beautiful. My main message is that I am just incredibly grateful for the trust in all of our clients and our team for joining us on this crazy, incredible journey, trying to support the manufacturing sector and our economies, and just the amazing stuff that we can do when we work together and put our brains together, and our hearts together. And I'll pass it off to Zach.
Yeah, I'm just so thankful for the environment I get to work in, like working with all the people internally. Like people don't really get to see it on the outside, but it is a fantastic environment. I trust and love all the people I work with as much as I love all the clients I get to work with. It is truly an amazing experience. I get to interact with all the amazing people, and I'm truly grateful for the job we do, and just super happy to be here. And Adrian, maybe I'll pass it on to you next.
Lovely, thank you. Well, I don't really even know how to build on everything that has been said, because I agree wholeheartedly. And I think one of the things that I would want to start with is just how privileged I feel to work with everybody here. And also I get to interview people from all over the world. And I think at Christmas time, at the holidays, it's nice to remember that most of the people, a vast majority of the people I get to meet are really good people. And I think it's important that, given the time that we're at right now, that we remember that there's a lot of good people out there doing a lot of good things. So, and with that, I will pass it back to Paul.
All right. Well, next on our time here is we're going to do a raffle. So we have two raffles, one right now and one at the end. And this is just for registering. So our winner today is Stephanie Myers.
Nice.
So Stephanie, congratulations. We'll send you a $25 gift card. And thank you so much for joining and registering today. All right, let's get into some of the highlights. So this was an action-packed year for sure. After a couple of years of not being able to travel, we were out in full force. Our team was going on-sites. We were taking our team members to visit shops and learn about, like here in the middle, some of our developers learning about machine shops. We were all over from Colorado to Arkansas to Florida. Here's Adrian and the customers down in Australia. Here's Michael down in Louisiana. It was just, I think this is also in Australia. So just so many wonderful visits. It's really inspiring to see the incredible dedication to these companies that these shop owners and entrepreneurs have. And it's not lost on me that a lot of them are putting, their livelihoods on the line, mortgaging their homes, trying to follow their passion and their dream of starting a manufacturing company. And it's just incredibly inspiring to see that. So it's been just incredible year. We've also had clients host other clients or would-be clients. So people opening their shops to tours for other would-be customers of ProShop, which has been very heartwarming and wonderful. And some parties as well. Went to an incredible crawfish boil down in Louisiana with the folks at Coastal Machine. Just an incredible company up here in New York just a couple of weeks ago with Ripley Machine right on the edge of the lake. And just wonderful, wonderful stuff. So it's great to actually be able to get out and travel again. So, and also IMTS happened, right, Kels?
Oh my gosh, did it happen? Holy cow. Yeah, it's clear by the flood of orange. I'm also slightly partial to orange. I have a Dutch heritage. Every time I see orange, I'm like, whoa, it's happening. But yeah, it was amazing at IMTS. It was so great to have the ambassadors in our booth and just to get to connect with those people. That was an incredible experience. It was pretty full on. We had a crazy booth. For those of you that were there and wishing that we had a little more bandwidth, heard you on that one to be able to talk with some of our clients, but there was a lot of great activity and so much contribution and participation by so many people, including some of the wonderful customers. It was just fantastic. And it certainly showed us how much energy and how much, thirst there is for continuing to modernize and improve manufacturing all over, and specifically in digital spaces. So pretty excited about how IMTS went. A lot of great personal connections. And actually, one of our partners asked me, did you have like a pre-plan that would make success for IMTS? And I said, there's a ton of things that we wanted to get out of it, but probably one of the biggest and certainly happened for us was for all of us to make those personal connections, both on our team and outside of the booth, also working together and then also to make those relationships happen at our happy hour and other places. I got to meet some really fantastic people and learn a lot about them. And that was enough. If that's all we got from IMTS, which it certainly wasn't, that would have been enough. IMTS rocked.
Yeah, it was a wonderful time. And we did lots of other webinars, lots of other conferences, including this one.
Completely. Yeah, I was going to say that wasn't even unique. That isn't unique to IMTS. We so enjoy connecting and seeing all of you at many conferences we attend throughout the year. We were excited to have some conference firsts in the team, like Abra and our sales and marketing team. So shout out to Abra, who's actually helping run today's presentations. She had a conference first, and it's nothing like a defense conference to kick off being her first. I think by the time we got into supply chain updates for the space sector, both of our eyes were the size of saucers. It was a bit intense, but also really fascinating. So it's great to see all of you out at conferences, and we look forward to more in the upcoming year.
Absolutely. And we also did some fun after hours stuff. We hosted our very first happy hour ourselves, first client event. Look forward to another client event next year. But, you know, spending time after hours over a drink and just talking about life and things outside of work is some of the best connection time. So thank you for all of those that joined us for those. Yeah, there were just many, including some race cars. That's not happy hour, but I was sure happy to check out that race car. This is a client down here in Washington. This car their dad built that for their COVID project, and there's two young kids in their early 20s, TNC Concepts, and they just decided to start a machine shop, and they're actually sprint car racers themselves. That's how they got into the manufacturing and sort of space. So just, yeah, the stories behind all the companies is just so inspiring and so cool for me. I was welcomed, going to some dinner shows, some NTMA conferences, which join NTMA if you're not a part of it. It's just fantastic. So yeah, it was wonderful times, and got to meet client number 7, who is now on our team as also, maybe this is an announcement to the world. He's going to be heading up our ProShop Oceania office. So we have opened an office in Australia, along with our offices in the US and Canada. So with close to 30 customers there, we figured it was time to put a permanent presence in Australia. So looking forward to supporting that part of the world more, and more on that in a little bit. One funny story or great story about this: Adrian and I were on this little hike up here in Bellingham, both with our shirts on, as you can see, and we ran across another hiker that was actually a customer of ours. It was totally random. It was just kind of amazing. And we even just geeked out on ProShop for a few minutes. So it was fantastic. But I think this is the best slide of the whole show. Kelsey, why don't you take this one over?
Oh my God, yes. Every time I look at this slide, we've been over it a couple of times, and I'm just like, so cute, tiny little babies with ProShop hoodies on or ProShop onesies on, just absolutely incredible. I'm really glad to welcome these kids into the world, and hopefully we're doing our pieces to make it a better place for them. We were joking about this being the graduating class of 2040. You're like, whoa, 2040, isn't that like way in the future? It's like, nope, these kids weren't born last year and they're going to graduate in 2040. So welcome to these 3 in particular. These are folks on our team who have recently had new babies. So I'm really stoked that these kids get to grow up with us, helping them along the way.
Yes. And Dwayne, those are not in the merch store yet, but we are working on a merch store. So please do stay tuned for that. That'll be in the Powered by ProShop site. So, and these folks hopefully may join our team in the future, but Adrian, why don't you talk about the people that actually did join this year?
Lovely. I had the same thought, Paul. How can we recruit them? Start them early, right? So for anyone who I haven't met yet, I'm Adrienne. You've heard earlier that I'm the head of HR, and just so excited to meet everyone and to spend some time with you. What a treat. So I get to talk to you about our amazing team and the things that have happened with ProShop this past year and in past years, but even before that. So this year we grew nearly 45%. And so that equates to about 22 new people in, oddly enough, the year 2022. And at the start of the pandemic, I thought it'd be interesting, just for sort of comparison, we had 26 people in March of 2020, and now we're at 66, and we've actually only lost about 4 people to other opportunities. So that's one of the things that I think we're intensely proud of, is our retention rates, and just how we hear from people all the time that this is a great place to work. That really means a lot to me, and I know that means a lot to the rest of the senior leaders as well. So another feature of the team that I'm intensely proud of is that we have about 33% women on our team. And just for comparison's sake, the industry average in the tech space is 18%, and even lower in manufacturing. So I feel really good about that as well. We have employees in 9 states, 3 provinces, and 5 countries. And these are the beautiful faces of everybody who we have added in the last year. One of the things that I think is really exciting is that we've added folks across the company, right? So we've got 6 new folks on the dev team, helping, of course, with product development, bug fixes, feature requests, all of that. 5 new folks to the implementation team to help us deal with the increased volume. We've got 3 new folks on the client support team to help with incoming tickets. So hopefully that's very good news for any of you who have submitted a ticket. And as we look to 23, I am particularly excited about the addition of Heather McKendry, who I think is on the call. She is an amazing training and development expert, and she's going to really help us upskill all 66 of our folks and anyone else that we end up hiring. And with that, I will wish everyone a wonderful holiday and hand it back to Paul.
Thank you, Adrienne. Yeah, it just fills my heart to see all these beautiful people and know how they're impacting our clients and each other. So this year we launched or relaunched possibly a brand new, total new platform client forum. It's been so wonderful to see the collaboration and the help that clients are giving one another, giving advice. It's gotten into topics totally unrelated to ProShop. You know, what are you using for this coolant or this CMM machine? What do you recommend? And just one of the things that always seems present in this industry is just the incredible willingness to help. You know, when I'm in other forums, other groups online, you know, when someone asks a question, there's dozens or hundreds of people sometimes that just volunteer answers to share. So the whole concept that we're all in this together is just so strong in our forum and in the industry. So that is great stuff. And we are next going to Lacey to talk about some features.
I am so excited. On the product side, we were able to release 100+ new features this year. And that's really due to the incredible talents of our development, design, QA, and the teams that extensively test new features before we roll them out. Those features included updates to our user interface in the areas of changes and updates to our operation pages, our carts pages, with new grid displays. If you haven't seen that in your sites, because it's coming in 5.19, version 5.19, which is rolling out this month to our client base, super excited there. We had updates to our login screens, to some of our key dashboards. We added new notifications and warnings throughout workflows so that we make sure users know exactly what they should be focusing on and what they need to be doing in a moment. We added buttons to ensure users are taking full advantage of core functionality in key areas. We added additional attribute fields, query extras, improvements to access level controls, additional time tracking, time clock behaviors. Trying to get all of this into 2 slides was manic. New integration offerings. We were really excited to partner with Paperless Parts this year. We had new part and drawing rev updates. I mean, I could go on 100+, hard to fit into 2 slides. If for our clients that are joining today, if you didn't catch Paul and I's webinar last month, we go through a lot of those features. So tune in on our help site there too. And then a very exciting slide. We have upcoming features to look for in the upcoming year. We have our production release of ProShop Safe and additional file classification features coming with that product. We are very excited to have a 3D parts model viewer coming in next year. Additional modules for CSV importing into, you've asked for them and we are delivering. So invoices, bills, work order inspection results. That's right, I said work order inspection results, very exciting.
Yes, raise the roof.
That's not popular or anything, no.
We have design updates coming forward on the production homepage, on the navigation bars, on menus throughout the site. We have additional accounting integration offerings. So for those of us, they'd be really, I think, time difference. We might not see a lot of our Australian clients on today's webinar, but for them, I know they've been asking for Xero integration and we are working feverishly to get that out and available. We have new inspection frequency per dimension features with visual warnings and recommendations based on part counts so that those that are inspecting know the level that they should be inspecting to and where they are in that process. We have scheduling enhancements And we're going to further leverage our API, custom links, and custom viewer application. So I am so excited for the year ahead. I hope you are too. There is so much more, but they only gave me one slide. So we left it there.
And Lacey, you're very good at, trying not to overcommit. Lacey and I were reviewing this
It's
slide.
true.
And she's like,
It's true.
all of these are pretty much in the next version. I don't want to commit to anything that's not already like,
Already
well
on its way.
Well, there you go. You don't have to commit to next December, Lacey. This is coming out imminently. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Back over to you, Paul.
Thank you. And for those that don't know, Lacey used to be on our implementation team and joined the development team as a sort of business analyst and helping us refine all the client demands and needs and internal and build them into beautiful tickets that the dev team can just take and run with. And she's been absolutely incredible with it. So Lacey, this is unscripted, but I just wanted to share that. That's been such a huge impact to all of us.
My absolute
now
pleasure.
we get to share some wins from our customers. So we are going to bring up, and hopefully this is happening on the back end, many, I think about 10 customers. So we have only about a minute apiece. So without further ado, let's bring up the first one. So do we have Tyler with us?
Yeah, Tyler's with us. Yep, ready to go.
Hey, Tyler, thank you for joining.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity, and good morning, everybody. So yeah, we recently had our Boeing procurement agent pay us a visit. And before he paid us a visit, he sent me an email with like 20 different things that he wanted to take a look at. And ProShop was able to quickly get an answer for about, I would say 90 to 95% of the questions that he was asking. And so I ran those reports, I put them into a little slideshow presentation, and was reviewing that slideshow presentation with him. And he was asking even more questions while we were going through the presentation, and it was really cool because I just popped open ProShop and we just started going through it, and he was very impressed. The other people that were with him too, he had some other procurement agents that had actually worked in machine shops, were very impressed by how available all of this information was. And after our visit, his visit, he said that he wanted to use us as an example of what he thinks small machine shops should look like, and that he also wanted us to get started on the path to becoming, I think it's called a premier bidder, but it's like a special list of suppliers within Boeing that get preferential treatment. So it was it went really well. We were all really nervous because we're a small company and we kind of fly under the radar a lot of the time being a small company, but we had the big Boeing come over, pay us a visit, and they were pretty happy with what they saw.
Wow, that
Tyler.
is so fantastic, Tyler. Congratulations to you. And I know you've put in a lot of hard work on your company, so that's just amazing. So grateful that we can help you do that. Thank you so much for sharing. We're going to move on. Thank you so much. Happy holidays. All right, Mr. Cody, come on up and say hello.
Yep. Hey, everyone. Thanks to the whole ProShop team for letting me speak on this. For us, since about, I guess, May or June, we decided to just really double down and implement processes to make sure on-time delivery stays above 90% and make sure it never drops down. So the end of the third quarter, we finally got it above 90%. More specifically, last month, it was 99% OTD. Yes. In a high mix, low volume shop, all while increasing revenue 35% this year from last year. Yeah, so
awesome.
Awesome, everyone. And we implemented the processes and the tasks and everything, and really utilized ProShop to make sure it never drops down again. So everything's great. Been a great year.
That is huge.
Amazing.
Congratulations.
And for those
I know how well you guys.
I was going to say, for those of you using ProShop's on-time delivery, 99% is tough. That's not like, oh yeah, this one customer gave us 99%. That's a hard road. Good work. That's really impressive. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Cody. I appreciate you sharing that. Happy holidays to you. And next up, we have Mitch from Zeke. Welcome, Mitch. You here with us?
Didn't see his video, but let me see.
We can always jump back if we need
Yeah.
to.
How about we jump
Move on to
ahead?
Dwayne.
here we
Dwayne.
go. Oh,
You're
There
back.
he is.
I am back. Sorry about that.
Hey, Mitch.
Yeah, hi. So wow, 22 has been a great year for us. It sounds like it has been for everyone. And we like a lot of shops in especially this aerospace sector and where work is plentiful. We have, revenue has grown significantly, headcount has grown. And our greatest challenge has just been keeping the train on the track and executing well. And it really forced us to take a deeper dive into ProShop and maybe some of the features and functionality that we have taken full advantage of in the past. We have certainly delved into that now, and we had Luke come on site, spend a week with us, super beneficial. We decided it was time to dedicate a person, sort of a full-time role just to ProShop and making sure that everyone throughout the organization knows how to use everything correctly. That's paying massive dividends. And we're looking forward to a 2023 where we've got an incredible amount of work queued up. And I think if it wasn't for ProShop helping us manage that, keep that organized, I don't think we'd be able to do it. So.
Thank you for sharing that, Mitch. Yeah, it's been wild to watch your journey, growing so fast, buying so many machines at IMTS. It was fun. I've been watching your daughter go put the purchase sign on the that was super heartwarming. So thank you, Mitch. Really appreciate you and joining us today. Happy holidays.
Absolutely.
All right, Mr. Dwayne.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you guys for having me on here.
Thank you, sir.
So we've had quite the journey in 2022. There's been a lot of change within our organization, really laying the foundation for years to come. We've had several wins in ProShop. We've had struggles as well, and it's just a massive effort that you really can't underestimate, the dedication that you need to put to it. But we've got a great team with Jesus being our ProShop champion, and he's just our local help desk and expert. And so we've really seen a lot of benefits just from getting all of our information into one place. But probably it's the future wins that I'm looking forward to the most, because as we've grown from starting in my garage, and we've gone from, the different milestones and sales numbers, the different needs at, say, $500,000 to 1 million to 2 million and so on in sales, we get the benefit of the journey that you guys have already trod in growing up a machine shop. So we see features and questions being asked inside of ProShop, and we're like, well, what is this? And why do we need to answer this question? And so we're really looking forward to, as we get the data more and more solidified inside the system, the feedback that it gives us. But again, we've had many wins along the way, but I think I, as the owner, look forward to the future ones that are coming with great anticipation.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, it's an honor to, we feel like we did okay with ProCNC. We made a lot of mistakes, but we also learned, and it's great to be able to share those learnings with everyone and have you all benefit. So thank you so much for joining us, Dwayne.
No problem.
All right, Jim Carr. Hello.
Hey,
sir.
Everybody.
Welcome.
Good to see you. I'm glad you can see me. I guess I'm next. And
yes,
boy, Paul, you said something at the beginning that I just want to touch on. You said something about your journey. Well, quite frankly, your journey is our journey, because we're all on this journey together, and we're all, engaged with ProShop on a day-to-day thing. And I just see, I sit back and we have weekly quality meetings with our QC lead, and when they're going through the interface in that quality module, I can't believe how advanced and how far we've come in just 5 short years. Just that whole module, to me, just blows me away. And it's just exciting to see our growth, and a couple of great wins we had this year. Well, we had a fantastic and a successful surveillance audit, for one. we just celebrated our 50th year in business. My dad would be so proud on where we've come. You know, we moved into this new, yeah, I know it's nuts. We moved into our new building, which is about 3 times larger, about a year and a half ago, but that's helping us scale the business up further. I just looked at the numbers in ProShop. It looks like 2022 is going to be a record year for sure. But most importantly, what's coming in 2023 is one of our defense customers came to us about 6 weeks ago and said, you know those 10 parts that you prototyped and just finished doing your first iteration? Yeah. He goes, well, you're going to be making quite a few chips in the future. We're going to probably drop a 6-year contract on you.
Wow.
We did the initial numbers, and in the first 2 years, our sales will triple. So, yeah, craziness. Look, so I immediately went out and bought about $1.25 million worth of new equipment, and we're just ready. We're ramping up now, hiring. I made 3 offers this week for new machinists, and yeah,
amazing, Jim.
That's huge. I know it's. I'm not gonna lie. Got a little bit of anxiety, but
of course,
I'm gonna hang tight.
Okay.
But again,
well, thank you for having us along in your journey.
Thank you, Paul. The same to you.
Good work, Jim. Nice.
Yeah,
thank you.
Incredible. All right, we're going next to Ricarte Precision. I think Hernan is with us, but I'm not sure. If not, I am going to say a couple words on his behalf.
No, he's here. We got him.
He is here. Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see me, guys.
Yes, we can.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
Hello.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Jim, Dwayne, everybody, congratulations. And it's awesome to be part of an even larger growing winning team. For us, you know, we started implementation of ProShop at the beginning of this year. And so, you know, we did the heavy lifting at the beginning of the year, but the dividends are paying off without question. You know, with everything involved in, you know, turning things around with the new ERP system, especially with ProShop, which means, you know, revamping processes and having people dedicated to the system. You know, we've been able to significantly improve the traceability of jobs on the floor without question. You know, we've improved the communication on jobs with the details that we're allowed to give people access to, you know, whether it's links, whether it's pictures, whether it's video, and we're still learning and still improving. But that in itself has improved our scrap rates, you know, have decreased without question, and our just general quality in general has improved. And then one other area that is just like really evident to all of us is the planning and routing of jobs. I mean, we're able to be so much more detailed, and you know, we have visibility on everything. So, you know, from my perspective, you know, what ProShop gives us, and I've mentioned this before, is it helps us drive accountability, you know, on the floor and visibility, you know, and traceability really. So, you know, we've been able to, you know, reap the benefits of ProShop. You know, we're just starting, but we've been able to do it while growing, you know, just over 24% year over year from last year. So I thank you guys, you know, and greatly, and I thank people like, you know, Jim Carr, Dwayne, all you guys that, you know, continue to inspire us and the growth that you guys have as well.
Awesome, Hernan. Thank you so much.
Hernan.
Appreciate you being part of this. Yeah, you have a beautiful, amazing company. So proud to be partnered with you. All right, thank you so much. We're moving next to Mr. Mike from Hill Manufacturing. Hello, Mike.
Howdy, thank you everybody or thank you guys for inviting me. I think for the most part, I echo what a lot of people have said is success. Every one of those, I was sitting here nodding my head going, yeah, we've done that. You know, even, you know, Tyler talking about the supplier audit, you know, Paul, I shared with you a couple months ago, we had a supplier audit to go, as they call it, dock to stock, so that we can skip their quality process. They came in to do essentially an AS audit on us. It turned into a ProShop demo.
Love that.
He was so impressed with the data we had and the process we had documented and so forth, all the way from the quality to the training and so forth, that it really just kind of turned into a ProShop demo. And honestly, when in our closing meeting, he said, you know, with your system you have alone, you qualify for this program. And actually, he was here today. We signed the final documents that make us dock to stock, and it's our largest vendor. You know, I mean, they're a massive, or I mean, our largest customer. They're a massive oil and gas company that has been a 46-year client of our company, and we're just now bridging that gap. And it's frankly, it's because of ProShop. I was sharing with actually.
Oh,
Jim
it's
Carr and
also
I
you. Don't cut yourself
don't be
short,
too
Mike.
humble.
It's absolutely you. Your team has to take it. So
I had the privilege today of actually starting my morning on a phone call with Jim Carr this morning, and I shared with him, you know, had it not been so I bought Hill. We closed in January 3rd of 2018, so we're coming up just on 5 years, and we will close this year at double the size we were when we bought it in 18, and it would not have happened unequivocally. I mean, without the decision to go to ProShop.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, buddy.
The other success I want to share, like from this year, or actually the last couple of years, but part of that is, you know, part of our growth has been through acquisition. Paul, you're well aware, we've bought 4 shops. We're getting ready to buy a 5th. The ability to onboard them on the ProShop and take off that management control and operational control of how the shop is run is seamless. I mean, we bought a shop, we closed on April 2nd, and by like the 13th we were fully operational in ProShop, and so it was fully integrated with our operations. We had all of their employees trained and running the way we needed to support our growth. So thank you guys for, you know, supporting that growth, and we expect it to continue on for, you know, the foreseeable future.
Congratulations, Mike. That is just fantastic. Good work.
This is what it's all about. All right, Mike, thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate that. I already did a sneak peek of who's up next. Justin, welcome, my friend.
Welcome. Thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it.
Of course.
You know, one of the trends I've heard so far is everybody's grown tremendously this year, and you know, we're no different. I just ran the numbers, and we've seen about 35% top line growth this year. But the area that ProShop has really helped us with that is we had a lot of turnover this year. So I had turnover in my entire office staff, order entry, estimating, quoting, programming, shop foreman, as well as quality. I changed over my quality management and as well as a quality personnel. So pretty significant turnover for a small company of our size. But where ProShop really helped was just having everything in one spot, you know, having one system that handles everything from very early on in the estimate phase to shipping to quality. I mean, everything is inside ProShop, and it makes it very easy to bring new people on. When they, you know, for the 3rd time that I tell them that, oh, that's in ProShop, they finally kind of get it and realize that, okay, everything is in ProShop. And then it's just a matter of teaching them the screens, teaching them, you know, what pages to look at, teaching them the dashboards, the workflow, and that's all very easily done with the training you guys have already done out there. And so it really allowed us to have that level of growth with the amount of turnover we've had this year.
Congratulations, Justin. Yeah, you're a model of the way to run a shop really well, I think. So
talk about resilience. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And thank you for sharing. All right. Happy holidays. All right. A couple more here. Steve, welcome and thank you for joining us.
Morning. Thank you for having me. You know, listen to everyone's stories. Ours is pretty similar, except overall for the system. What I'll say, we use the system to probably 20% of its ability.
Okay.
I'm not even sure if I can quantify how much that has helped us. in July, we that was a very tough month for us because we went through 43 FAIs that month. And for a lot of the shops on here, you guys have an amazing ability to put out a lot of parts. We're a little bit slower moving. Our average part's about 79 inches in length. 4 of those parts in July were over 32 feet long. And generally what happens in the past, some of our inventory moves a little bit slower, and those FAIs would have just completely choked us. Paul, I know you've seen the pictures. We literally had rooms for stored documents, and these were not office buildings. These were 15-foot storage rooms. And that's just hold our past 3 years of what we produce out on the floor. We have less than a box this year, obviously, because we've gone to ProShop. So just a simple feature on the customer PO entry screen, just to flag that item as a first article and to run that report, right? Just to see how many MPIs you have out there. That's a very simple feature that most people would probably consider routine. That was monumental for us to see the hurdle that we were facing and coming down. To have inventory control the way we have it in terms of issuing everything through the system, especially with items with expiration dates, has just helped us tremendously. So, 2022 compared to 21 was a little bit of a down year for us, top line wise, but we were able to manage that with fewer people. We are very short staffed here. We're in the Southeast Dallas area. And for most people who've ever been through Dallas, Southeast Dallas is not a huge residential area. So most of our average employee comes from 17 miles away. So we've had to take on this role of doing more with less. And it didn't really feel like that because with ProShop, it just made everything a whole lot easier. Having everything in one location in terms of parts and work orders was just fabulous for us. We went through a review with a major customer of ours on a pretty major structural part. That's usually a multi-day project. It's called a PAR, post-award review with Raytheon. That lasted about 4 hours. And like several of you have said, the rest of it was just a ProShop demo. It was just an absolute fabulous addition for us. And there's lots we haven't even implemented in the system yet that we can't wait to implement just to see what those changes bring. And the way it helps us streamline our process here, we can't say enough about it. So
thank you, Steve. That is so amazing.
Raytheon, perfect. Good work.
Yeah, doing the work that you do at the level you do it is so difficult, and we're excited that we can help make it even just a little bit easier. So thank you so much for joining us. We are going to move next to a very special person, Mr. Rich Olson, client number 1 in the history of ProShop. So welcome, Rich. Thank you for joining us.
Great. Happy holidays, everyone. Hearing all these stories, it's just so funny. Just a similar, we're an aerospace company, and we kept about 20 years of records. We've now been running ProShop for 13 years. Paul came down for a visit, and we were shredding up all these papers, and we estimate about 5 tons of papers got shredded from old documents that now sit in about 3 boxes every year versus 50 boxes. So it's just crazy how ProShop has shrunk our data from that aspect. So that creates an open space for us to be able to grow. That aside, this last year, we just recently have finished our next 4-year contract with Boeing, signing that for the long-term deal. We are part of their premier bidders team, and we are a 2-time winner of the Bombardier.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow,
yeah, buddy.
And Bombardier has thousands of suppliers, and we are one of 8 to have won this award in the production side.
Wow.
And we have secured this 2 years in a row now, and that's a big thanks to ProShop. Our team is a big part of why it happens, of course, but it happens because we have the ability to utilize ProShop to its highest standards and abilities, and we wouldn't have ever gotten here without you guys. So thank you.
We're so pleased and
Amazing.
proud of you, Rich. That's
2
so
years
amazing.
running, Rich. That's
Amazing.
incredible. Good work.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Appreciate you. And let's go to our last, but certainly not least, Mr. James Marzilli. Welcome.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for joining us.
So thanks for having me. And yeah, I got a couple of wins. You know, my first one I wanted to talk about was just the ProShop team. I think, you know, you guys were all going over, and I'm like, man, I don't want to sound cliche when I say this, but I'm unbelievably grateful for the team that you guys have put together over there and the impact you guys have had on not just mine, but everybody else's business. It changed my company 180 degrees, and I'll be forever grateful. That's why I try to give back as often as I can and help out other companies. You know, a big win for me was Paul getting me out of my social media. I just want to run my machine shop bubble, getting me on my first big podcast, and that actually gave me what I needed to accept Jim Carr's invitation to go on his. And now we're starting to step up our Instagram game and, you know, get into marketing and things like that, because we are, thanks, Jim. We are moving. We're going to be expanding. We just signed on our new building. We're going to be about 6 times the size of what we are now, and with lots of land to expand in the future. I would count a big win for us would be all the networking that being a ProShop member and going to the EBITDA thing and meeting Jim and Justin and everybody else. Great times at IMTS. I mean, those were not boring shows, thanks to everybody, you know, almost everybody on this call. You know, that was a great time. Better than walking the 13 miles a day. Another big win that nobody seemed to mention is I have an unbelievable amount of free time now that I never had before. I took 4 or 5 weeks vacation this year. I've been in business 11 years. I took more vacation time in 2022 than the other 9 years combined. And the place made money while I was gone, which was kept inspiring more vacations. So yeah, I mean, that's a big win is also for me would be, I have a lot of potential customers and existing customers of ProShop who reach out to me to ask me, you know, about our little wins, right? And like how little things that we run here and the changes. And so being an inspiration to a lot of other ProShop users is, I really enjoy that. And so, you know, thank you to all of you guys.
Thank you, Jamie. Yeah, it's been amazing getting to know you and watch you run your business. So thank you so much for being a part of our journey and letting us be a part of yours. And thanks for being on today. All right, we got to keep things moving. Kelsey, what do we have to look forward to this year?
Oh my gosh. Well, there's a lot to look forward to in 2023. I know there's, you know, a lot that has happened, some of which globally maybe hasn't been as, you know, exciting, or certainly has been downright disappointing. But I think in our part of the world and for things we've got going on, many of you have probably heard a lot about, you know, where are we in the industry and what's manufacturing, especially in North America, going to do? And who knows? But I think there's a lot of tailwinds. We've got some good advantages moving into 2023, and I think that the crux of it for me sometimes is that fundamentally, what all of you do in producing durable, long-term, useful goods is like a core of what I think is important in the world. And if I boiled it down, why am I even here? And what do we have to look forward to in 2023 and 24 and 25 is supporting you in making those amazing products that really help in the world. And you know, there's lots of other things that we all have to look forward to. I'm excited about all the stuff that ProShop's you know, committed to doing and that we're moving forward with for all of you. But I'd also like to maybe give a minute to Adrian to talk about what you see for 2023.
Wow. Well, I was feeling a bit emotional actually as you were talking, because one of the things that I keep thinking about on our team is just how we've we've added such amazing people to our team, and I love all of them probably more than I should. But I just think about how lucky we are to work with the people that we work with and how dedicated they are to doing amazing work for all of our clients and all of our potential clients. And so, for me, this really comes back to looking forward to getting even better and sharpening our saws so that we're meeting who you are today, but who you also are 5 years from now. That's really important to us. And that's what I'm really excited about doing and getting sharper on. So thanks.
Thank you, Adrian. Appreciate you helping us bring on such amazing people. Adrian is very gifted at that, if you haven't discerned that already. All right, now it is game time. So we are going to launch a poll here. Let me go ahead and launch this right now. So we will give you a couple of minutes to answer these questions. The person that has, well, I imagine we're going to have more than one person that has all the answers, but our team will decide a winner and get a $50 gift card. So if you would go ahead and do that. And while we are doing that, oh yes, so we have a first, second, and third place. Each question is worth 1 point. So go ahead. And in the meantime, we're going to watch Fire and Tell Christmas Jokes. So I know some of you have some queued up.
All right, Zach, start us out.
Yeah, Zach, what do you got?
All right. Well, what did the elves study in school? The alphabet. It's quite terrible, but quite funny. Another favorite of mine. Why were Santa's little helpers sad? Because they had low elf esteem.
Oh, bada bing.
And there might be some. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Lacey.
It's like one of my favorites. What do you call a snowman that can walk? A snowmobile. I'm just a sucker for dad jokes too.
I don't know if there's any pet lovers out there, but who delivers Christmas presents to cats and dogs? Santa Paws.
Oh, nice.
Santa Paws. You'd think I'd be faster on these. You'd think that would already be coming.
Some of them seem so obvious once the answer's given.
What's Santa's favorite type of music? Rap.
Oh, yes. Play on words.
W-A-R-P.
See what you did there.
Wrap it. Yeah, he's got to be a pretty good rapper. Like seriously, Santa Claus, just like premium rapper. I like it.
Well, the answers are streaming in.
Nice.
And there's definitely not 100% correct answers, but most of them are.
It would be boring if it
looking
was
pretty
all
good.
easy. That's right.
I did like this one. What happened to the man who stole an advent calendar? He got 25 days.
Behind doors? Is that what that meant? I don't know. Are there little doors in that? Oh, yeah. Tyler, I wish there were a groan emoji. That would be awesome. Somebody's got one. Where can we find a groan emoji?
A gingerbread man went to the doctors complaining of a sore knee. The doctor asked him, "Have you tried icing it?"
Why is that one particularly funny?
That's terrible.
Oh my God.
And I'm sorry. Yeah, I was asked to do this part. Yeah. Although dad jokes do resonate with me. I'm a dad, so I own them. Yeah.
Right.
You do well.
Gotta love it.
Yeah.
I think we're going to give people a few more seconds here. We have about 66% participation that have finished all 8 questions.
Nice.
So thank you. I love some of the answers.
Yeah, for those of you who enjoy the fire Yule log, certainly one of the things that can happen to some people, and I don't know, definitely sometimes happened to me, is that the holiday season gets kind of zany. You know, you got relatives and presents and who knows, sometimes snow and wind and sleet, and sometimes just, taking 30 seconds to stare at the flames. You don't have to do it now, but you can, is worth it. Give yourself a break, take a deep breath, check out the flames. It's good.
Awesome. All right, we're going to go ahead and end this here. So thank you for all participating. Let's go through the actual answers. What was the name of the machine shop where ProShop was built? 94% of you chose correctly. It was Pro CNC, and there is a picture of us looking much, much younger.
My God, yeah.
6% of people thought it was Pro Precision or Pro People. Those might have been jokes, I'm not sure, but good job to 94% of you. How was Pro CNC originally funded? Only 57% got this correct. 22% said it was car washes, busking, and loan from parents. But no, indeed, it was a second mortgage from Kelsey's older brother, Darcy. So internally grateful to him for leveraging his house to help us start our dream. And I know many of you have done similar things. So that's what's so inspiring about this industry. What was our first CNC machine? 51% got this correct, 12, and the others did not. So it was a Haas VF4, but I tell you, it was not this pretty. It was a 1997 Haas VF4, which was not as fancy as this one. But we didn't want to put up a nasty old picture of a used one, which is all we could find online. But it was a Haas VF4, and then we bought a used manual mill and lathe and 2,000 square feet, and had a few months of rent left over from the mortgage and started knocking on doors. As many of you have amazing origin stories as well. All right, this one is exciting. How many countries does ProShop have clients in? And only 31% of you guessed correctly. But the true answer is 11. And in fact, it will be 12 in just a couple of weeks here. I know for sure, because we're adding India onto that list. So the rest, most of you answered 8, which was not correct. So anyway, congratulations to 31% of you that got that right. And then this one was maybe a hard one. What are our values? We got a lot of right answers. There was a lot of ones to choose from, but these are our core values. We live by these every day, and Adrian helps us find people that continue to reinforce how important this is for us and to show up in the world this way. So,
and we want to share those with you too. Those values extend right into our interactions with you and how we show up to our clients.
Yes. What next is, what program did the founders take in college? Sorry, there's a train going by. Actually, only 33% of you got this correct as well. Most people chose mechanical engineering, but indeed it was the Vehicle Research Institute. There's one of the cars that we built, and little known fact is that institute was started by Kelsey's uncle, Dr. Michael Seal, who was an incredible man and changed a lot of lives, including ours. And next, what type of business do we get mistaken for? The vast majority of you got this correct. Golf shop, often called a pro shop, sometimes football as well, or pro shops. And then I love this one. 6% of you, probably jokingly, thought that my dad was our first customer, but no, indeed, it was Cell Thero Marine. Kudos again to Rich for being that person. Thank you so much for your trust all the way back in 2008. And that is the poll. So our raffle time is next. And do we have a, oh, we can't export the poll during the webinar, so we will announce it afterwards. Oh, wait, no, we can. Steve J is the winner. So Steve, welcome. Thank you for participating. Yes.
Excellent. History
welcome.
buff.
All right.
Steve,
awesome.
Good work.
Steve Jennett.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Okay. That is it.
Oh,
thank you. And what time is
just
it?
On
it's 9:59. Can you believe the
gosh.
timing? It's like we planned it this way.
On-time delivery, buddy. That's what we're working for. More on-time delivery. Geez, 99%.
So thank you to the four of you for joining me for this. Thank you, all of you that are on here today, to all of our customers, to all of our partners and friends in the industry. Just appreciate you all so much. And yeah, happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy
Happy
holidays.
holidays.
We'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.